So you're hot stuff in SEO. I think you'd probably do a better job introducing yourself than me, and then I'll get into lots of amazing questions that I have from listeners of the podcast, from guests of the podcasts. This is going to be a good episode.
Okay, yeah, I'll give a quick rundown. My name's Jacky Chou or Chu. Doesn't matter. Probably 15 years online making money. Just a long time. So nothing really phases me at this point. I've done it all from drop shipping, FBA, real private label D2C, niche sites, agency, you name it. I've done it all. So in the last couple of years, most of my success comes from SEO and niche sites. So that's like 7-figure in revenue, exits, etc. And more recently, just focused on software side. So and that pivot has been good for me. I kind of saw the writing on the wall for SEO, the niche sites in the last couple of years, people getting clapped. So I was like, you know what? Let's take a step back here, kind of diversify. And since then, everything has been smooth sailing to, relatively smooth sailing. So I've primarily focused on local SEO now and Reddit marketing and a lot of link building still. So yeah, that's like
And you're big into
spiel.
Black Hat SEO as well. You're going to share probably some very interesting things there.
Yeah. There's a couple tactics we're using for the SEO contest right now. I'm not sure if you saw, but we're running like a SEO contest within my private community just for like, I think the cash prize is like a couple $1,000, and it's just for clout. It's a pretty fun experiment. So
Can you share
my
it?
business partner in yeah. I think the keyword's like flamberico or something like that, and it's like a made up word that has like zero. It had like zero search results, but now all the search results were from our community, so it's quite fun to see. I'm not even first yet because I haven't started any work, but my tactics will involve some pretty spicy things, which I mean I can get into it slowly here, but it's just some sneaky link building tactics that people in the casino niche uses, which will involve like canonicals and hrefs. So href langs. So meaning, for your audience, a quick rundown would be I have another site somewhere which I pounded with backlinks, and then I'll just canonical it to my main domain and hence juicing it. And as of late, canonicals or href langs do not pass on penalties. So, for example, if you build 100 backlinks to a single site right now today, the algo will probably punish you instead of pushing your rankings up. But when you have a canonical in place, that typically acts as a buffer. So it's like a filter. It doesn't really pass on the penalty. So that's what I plan on doing, and I have been doing. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
That makes
I'll
sense.
keep you guys
How are
posted.
you using hreflang?
It's just, for example, my site B and C will be, I don't know, Spanish and German, and then you point it at your main site,
Yeah.
which will be English, and you build links to the German and Spanish versions, but not the English version.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tactics like that. But it's been, the contest has been cool to see because there's so many different tactics. People are using like press releases. A ton of PBNs are being used right now. So I'm sure if Google finds out about this contest, they're gonna have a field day.
Well,
Just,
they
like,
they might
clapping sites
because
left and
this is
right.
going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's fine.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
probably good for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because plus I find Google engineers right now, because they're working on the AI products, the real cracked ones aren't really working on the search algo. So we're like,
Oh.
so there's not much changes going on in the search, like organic search algo, right? As of right late. So you can have a field day right now. It's pretty. That's why I don't really talk about it, because I'm kind of just making money right now.
Yeah.
So I've kind of learned my lesson in the past. I'm a big build in public kind of guy, so I've been reporting my numbers online for the last like 3 years or so, like on a monthly basis. So that's like in the highs and the lows. So I haven't missed a single month. And yeah, I purposely have not reported the organic SEO money making side
Oh,
because because I don't know if you saw, but it was like very public. People were like dunking on me when Google like clapped. I think it was like 15 of my sites at once. So I went from making the whole history is like I was doing the partnerships side. So meaning like I partner up with like legacy media businesses and then carved out like an affiliate side, for example, like Forbes.com/advisor, something like that,
yeah.
but for like smaller newspapers, right? So I had like 15 plus of those at one point. And it was making upwards of like 500K per month. And I was like, this is awesome. I was telling everyone about it because if you tell more people about it, more people would approach you to work on something like this. So that was my whole like, I was like, oh, sick flywheel. Everyone's coming in through X. But then like Google really clamped down, started destroying the site. So I was like, you know what? Next time if I hit something big like this, I'm going to sit on my hands, like just shut my mouth and just like make as much money as possible. So that's what I'm kind of doing in the background right now.
Dude, I feel that it's dangerous announcing your stuff. I used to be a lot more open too. I mean, my handle on TikTok is build in public. I show up number one on
Yeah.
TikTok if you search build in public.
Sick.
Am I building in public like the way that I used to? A little bit, but not as much as I would like to because it's a dangerous world out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
announced
I
wins
think,
that I've had, and then like a week later, those wins have disappeared.
yeah, definitely. I can't give like exact examples anymore. It's it's a rough one. It's a rough one because that's how you get more clients or more partnerships like this is when you talk about it in public, right? So kind
Also,
of the
like
flywheel does stop
I
there.
like what
Yeah.
it does for people because it motivates people. Like you have this amazing, you list your MRR for each year, your average MRR for each year. I think it's your pinned post on X, and it's like for the last 10 years. And lots of people look at that and they get motivated. They see you starting at nothing. They see how long it takes you, and you keep pushing and you keep persevering. And now, and then you're at like 260 per month, and you see it go up and up and up, and that really motivates people. And I like to motivate people. But there's
Yeah.
other people who
gets me hyped up.
but then there's people who are haters, and they're like, well, if I'm not having success, but this person's having success, F this person.
Yeah, I think when I'm very, very, because I've been online for so long, I'm like, I can completely ignore the haters. It's quite easy. Mostly because you have to understand where they're coming from. These haters who either call out think that you're like lying straight up. It's mostly because they haven't been able to find success. But if you kind of look under the hood and see what they've been working on, it's not something they've never really stuck to one thing. Because I've had calls with these people before, just to see like where their head's at, and it's just most of the time they've been screwed by gurus like Ty Lopez. They bought the course, and just never found success. And I think it's just most of the time. I think if anyone, even like anyone, especially like your listeners or your viewers, if they stick to anything for 90 days, they're 100% make 10K per month. 100%. I think, but you have to show up every single day. It's not like it's not like a part-time job where you show up like 30 minutes a day. But even then, I think 30 minutes a day, you'll 100% replace your full-time job. Like in 90 days, I would just put them on cold calls every single day for 30 minutes a day for 90 days. You're telling me you're not going to close a single person? Because on like maybe week 3 of cold calling, they're going to be like Wolf of Wall Street style, coming in, they'll close anything, you know.
Yeah. I'm
So
not,
I'm a
by the
firm
way, I'm not
believer
talking
of
about like not being able to take bad words. I mean, I have a lot of followers. I get bad words all the time. I don't care about that. No, I care about people
yeah.
going out of their way to like do something that's going to hurt one of your businesses. That's
Oh
that's what,
yeah,
and that
got it,
happens.
got it.
And I've seen that. But all right, I want to get into okay. I want to get into tips that you can share for people, because you do have a lot. Okay,
Hmm.
I think a good question would be, what are your favorite white hat, gray hat, and black hat link building tactics? This method of marketing is so effective, I had to make sure it wasn't against Google's rules before I kept doing it. It's a form of SEO I call compact keywords. Whereas most SEO focuses on putting up articles to answer questions how, what, when, compact keywords focuses on putting up dozens of pages that sell to searchers who are actually looking to buy. These pages rank on Google and convert so much better than normal that when I discovered this years ago, I couldn't believe this was allowed. It's less work too. The average compact keywords page is only 415 words. Compact Keywords is a 13-hour deep course on getting sales with SEO. A customer recently said, "Each lesson is dense with information. You're giving years worth of experience boiled down into 15 to 30-minute lessons with no filler or fluff. I feel like I'm gaining a new superpower." Compact Keywords is about setting up an SEO funnel that brings you sales for years and years and years. It works with AI, it's less work than traditional SEO, and it makes way more money. You can get it now at compactkeywords.com. Back to the podcast.
Okay. Well, any link building is considered black hat in Google's eyes, right? You're not supposed to be building backlinks, I think. I think white hat, probably digital PR. So I talked about this a lot in the past, but digital PR is essentially you're just getting real mentions on like these PR sites, right? Like Forbes, WSJ, so on and so forth. A good way to do it is if you go under data is beautiful on Reddit, you'll notice like it's a, all these data points, it's like public knowledge. You can find them online. So all you have to do is go into these government sites, make it beautiful, post it on like your site, or create some sort of, I don't know, just make the data look nice, create that image in Canva, put it on data is beautiful with like your domain as like the citation, or like your URL as citation, and then you buy a ton of upvotes to that, and you'll start seeing real reporters mentioning that topic, especially if you're in something like something controversial. Like if I'm, let's say in Canada, I would probably do the housing unaffordability crisis. So I would just take the two data points of housing prices versus median wage, and I would say like, oh, the average person would take 30 years to get their first down payment, and you just graph that, post it on a Canadian subreddit, buy 500 upvotes, and then you're going to be front page of every like Canadian newspaper online the next day, stuff like that. That is probably, I mean, is that white hat? I think link building wise it is, but I think that
Well, buying
tactic in
the
itself
upvotes, but
yeah.
it's close enough.
Yeah, that's as white hat as I go, I guess.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah, yeah. Gray hat.
Honestly, that one was kind of gray hat.
Yeah, that was probably gray hat. White hat. Let's say hand registering citations for local businesses, I guess.
Okay. And you have an awesome,
because those are,
you have an awesome 65-point local checklist too.
yeah. That one I hand wrote, by the way. That was before ChatGPT, so I hand wrote that. Unfortunately, I wish I just ChatGPT did, but
God.
yeah. But yeah, the probably hand registering citations like Yelp, Foursquare, et cetera, because having those citations actually help for even if you're not a local business. So that's what I do for any news site that I have nowadays. So I just go to Crunchbase, register it, Yelp, make up a address and register it, so on and so forth. And does that count? That's white hat,
That's
right?
totally white
Hand
hat.
registering.
That's totally white hat. But
I
you're
don't
using,
even know
so
anymore.
you're using AI for that now?
Yeah, we have a service that uses AI to like just register it. But if you hand register it, then I guess it's
It's
hat,
what?
right?
It's just an agent.
yeah, yeah. So we have like VAs who just like open up the screen and then it's just
Oh, so you're using VAs for that.
done.
It's not
It's like
AI.
it's like VAs with AI.
Okay.
Because there's especially stuff like Yelp. There's a lot of hurdles in between. So there's certain sites that we can do 100% with AI. There's some that requires minimal intervention. That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Black hat.
Yes. Black hat.
Woo!
My SEO contest, that one's pretty black hat, right? That's pretty black hat. PBNs, we're still using. That one works great. Any tiering of links is great. So one thing, oh yeah, okay. Okay, so black hat link building tactics. If you know how the fact that Google does not punish, pretty much any DR 90 plus site, then you can go crazy. Let me give you some examples. Like Facebook groups, you can blast them with thousands of links a day. It'll never get clapped. It's just, I don't know why Google has no filter on these domains. It's probably whitelisted. So Amazon, Facebook, Reddit, unclappable. You can do anything to those sites if you want. So what I've done in the past is you just build your own subreddit. You can create a ton of fake Reddit posts, fake Reddit comments, and then you just make it look active, and then it'll rank. It'll just rank because Google, as long as the subreddit has activity, natural activity, it'll just rank it. And also, you can just redirect a ton of penalized domains to these.
How are you getting the subreddit activity? Did you say that already?
You can just buy it. So we have that service, but you can also buy like comments elsewhere as well. Buy votes. You can have your own network of accounts, but I wouldn't actually recommend having your own network.
Yeah, that
and
one's
then
hard.
Just commenting.
So how are you? So
Yeah.
so what? I mean, what amount of comments and posts are going up each day for your own subreddit?
I would say maybe 5 a day, and then like 10 comments per post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go into any supplement niche or any VPN niche, any of the AI adult dating space, you'll know that you'll see what I mean.
And there are agencies.
Even casino space.
There are agencies too that literally do all of this. They have
Yeah,
a million
exactly.
accounts. They have so many different IP addresses, and yeah.
Yeah. And more recently, Facebook groups is starting to pop too. So public Facebook groups are starting to rank like Reddit. So they probably, Google realized they're relying too heavily on Reddit, and they're like, all right, we got to dial it back a bit. But yeah. So you're able to go absolutely nuts. I literally have, because I've been clapped so many times in the past where my sites just get de-indexed, right? So I've been able to just redirect those sites to, for example, if I have an architecture or home niche site that used to rank for like best lawnmower, I'm able to redirect that domain to something like our Reddit / our, I don't know, gardening tips. And then you'll be, if you start posting like those same articles on your previous domain that used to rank on that subreddit, it'll start ranking as well. Because what people don't know about these penalties is it's a domain side penalty, but the content, if they once ranked, they're still considered good in Google's eyes. So you're able to just shift content from domain to domain. And yeah. And another tip is, I don't know if this is considered Black Hat SEO, but Amazon listings on Google is the easiest thing to rank. All you have to do is send it traffic or build backlinks at the same time, and then you're done. Because Amazon listings, like FBA businesses, they're pretty much like a parasite, right? So if you just optimize it correctly, send it the right signals, you're done. It's like a two-stepper, because you don't have to worry about like domain authority on an Amazon listing.
Right.
Yeah.
To what I'm personally interested in this. To what extent are you building up like a money site where you are very risk averse with?
Oh, like my software businesses, I would never spam with AI content. So, for example, local rank, like that's our bread and butter as of late. Yeah, I don't do any link building. Don't do any. I think we have like 3 blog posts on that site, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of spamming hundreds of blog posts on a money site where I need that to like last forever, because the people out there who are blasting thousands of articles a month, they have not seen pain before. They're about to get destroyed, and people never see the.
I'm glad that you say this. I'm glad that you actually talk about this and address this. Because you are a well-known black hat, and a lot of well-known black hats, a lot of them don't address the other side. They're just like, everything's peachy, everything's great, it's fine.
Oh, no way. Come on. I'm still licking my wounds for 2 years, from the last 2 years. Like I've blasted thousands of articles a day for like months on end. And then these black hat SEOs, they probably never made a significant amount of money where like losing all that like truly hurts. So like I went from freaking 500K per month to like I think 80K in like a span of 2 weeks. So that was like super painful.
How did that happen?
That's when Google found my like partnership sites, and then they just like destroyed them overnight. So they were nice enough to only destroy that subdirectory, meaning they're not clapping their whole business. So, but that's when I pulled the plug, because I'm not going to risk their core business, right? So,
have you ever had a Google Search Console get hit?
Yeah, that's when they hit it. So it's like
every
all
property,
15,
in your
every
Google Search
property
Console.
is just spam.
Yeah.
The only sites that they haven't hit are like sites of clients who just like gave access to the Search Console. But if I'm the owner, they just automatically hit.
Yeah. I'm glad that you bring that up. You're also really into, I mean, maybe you're not into this anymore, but you were into click-through rate manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
And that was,
still am.
Still am. Okay. So that actually was a question that, that listeners of the podcast wanted me to ask you, which was, so you're still doing it. And the question was, what will you do after full AI mode is deployed and there's no chance for black hat manipulations like CTR manipulation or similar?
I mean, there's always going to be, because where does Google get all their data? It's mostly from Chrome, right? And that's already confirmed. If they deny any more, I'm going to lose my mind. It's 100% confirmed through Google. All right. So with that said, how many signals can they take from Chrome, right? So if you just send all those signals, you're going to rank. You're going to be cited in AI mode. The number of clicks will significantly drop over time, but you'll still be cited. So what I've noticed in AI mode is, especially Google AI mode, all right? I'm not talking about ChatGPT. They take a lot of their citations from top ranking articles on Google. So it's like a long way of saying it's the same thing. But CTR is still going to work. I think as of late, your traditional CTR software doesn't work anymore. So the ones using proxies, they don't work. So what we've been testing is the sending like a ton of cheap traffic, but like real human traffic from like adult sites to domains, and that works crazy. Meaning, I mean, I called it browser blast. I'm not sure if you heard of it.
Yeah. But, I was looking at your services before this to ask questions.
Yeah, it's similar to like CTR. It's the same concept, right? It's just sending signals to Google, but that one works at like the most ridiculous way of working.
How does that one
casino
work?
sites.
Browser
So
blast.
pretty much it's like you imitate virality by sending it like, I think 10K sessions from 10K users from across the world. And that just that virality just sends your rankings up. And we've tested it so many times and across so many different niches that I can say 100% works. So if your viewers are skeptical, they don't want to buy my service, fine. All I ask of you is go onto Meta, go run your own ads, all right? And you spend however much money, get 10K sessions on your site from Meta on the specific URL, and you'll see your rankings for that page. If you're within the top 3 pages, you'll see it go up like 100%. Like just try that and then come back to me. And yeah, that one is, I'm surprised people don't really talk about that one. It's goes under the radar for some reason.
And to be clear, this is direct referral traffic. It's not organic search traffic. The CTR manipulation.
No.
It's not people going and searching the brand name and clicking on the brand name or something like that.
Exactly. So it has to be. So what you have to do, if you want to run it in Meta, is you have to target Chrome users. What you're trying to do is you're trying to send that Chrome signal to Google that this page is going viral right now. And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Just try the Meta ads. That's what I've been saying. And then you'll find out that our service is cheaper than running Meta ads.
I have another fan question, another listener question.
Hit me.
Well, can you talk about rank and rent? And then the question was, does affiliate/retail rank and rent in the age of AI overviews still work? But also explain what it is for listeners too.
Okay, so rank and rent is pretty much when you have a site like, I don't know, we're in VancouverTreeServices.com, and then you rank it for that respective keyword. Any lead that comes in, you just rent it out, or you just like sell the lead out to a local service provider at a cost per lead basis, like $100 a pop, or they pay you rent like $1,000 a month, and it's a good way of making money before. But now in the age of AI, so what it looks like right now is like 4 ads, AI overview, local map pack, and then organic results. You're not getting much traffic unless you're in like a rural area where they haven't really rolled out AI mode or ads. I personally wouldn't recommend rank and rents unless you're able to get a Google My Business profile for that rank and rent. If you're able to get a Google My Business profile, everything changes. So if you'd be able to make obscene amount of money if you're able to register these locations, because ranking a Google My Business profile is infinitely easier. Like local SEO is infinitely easier than organic SEO. It's like night and day. I don't know why. It's probably, yeah. Like you can rank for local within a week nowadays. It's stupid easy. But yeah, that's the whole premise behind rank and rent. Retail rank and rent, on the other hand, in the age of AI, rough, but yeah, you could do it. So for the audience that doesn't know what a retail rank and rent is, it means like, let's say you rank for best protein powder. You're getting like 100K a month in search traffic on that page. You're able to sell the first slot of protein powder as a sponsored listing to like major protein powder companies. And the money I was able to command for these listings, we're still charging, but in the heydays, we were able to get up to like 40K per month just for one page. Number one on that one page. And it's like supplement niches, so you don't even have to do outreach. They reach out to you. But in the age of AI, yeah, we're still getting traffic. It's just, I think the amount that you're able to sell that listing for is way less now. So I think the most we're getting paid right now per page is like 2K per month because the traffic has dropped significantly. So you have to give people a bit of margin, right? So on a 100K per month search term, if you get like 50K traffic per month on a single page, you can roughly run the math on like conversion rates. So you give enough like margin for people to run that page profitably. But if you're like, I don't know, just pulling numbers out your ass, people will churn very quickly. So you have to be careful there, you know, because I'd rather have someone who's paying 2K per month for 2 years than, I don't know, 10K per month for like a single month, you know?
Yeah.
It's just how I am.
Yeah. All right, I have a question from David Quaid, who came on the podcast yesterday. And David asked, he gave me a few questions, but I really like this question. So, you know, you do lots of different things. This is from David, and he asked, how do you balance idea evaluation versus other thinking?
Idea evaluation, meaning like, how do I pick my ideas?
Basically,
like,
how do you pick what you're doing? And is there anything else? How do you pick what you're doing? What do you consider? Because you probably have a lot of ideas. There are probably so many things that you want to go after that you just don't have the manpower to go after.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen my execution nowadays, now it's always partnered up. So I have someone executing, and I have to validate if an idea works first of all. So I'm not gonna get behind a service that doesn't work. But I always launch quickly. So you'll see that like local rank was launched in like 2 weeks. Trackings was launched in a week. I validate it, make sure there's like product market fit within my audience. If there's a fit, then I go all in on it.
How do you see that? How do you determine that?
It's just revenue based. And it's like a function of conversion rates and revenue.
Okay.
So you just check if there's audience alignment on a certain product or service. So like, for example, trackings did freaking like I think 20K per month in the first week. I was like, holy cow, that's a runner. So we're focused on that. Like local rank did 10K first month, so we have some sort of benchmark. Stuff that didn't work, you know, people who don't know this, like I have a WordPress hosting service that only does like $1,000 a month. I have a couple of WordPress plugins that do like $1,000 a month. These are like duds that I thought were winners, but then these duds are still making money. So I don't just completely neglect it. I just don't focus. I don't think about it at all. It takes up zero of my bandwidth.
Wow.
Now. So it's important to launch. If there's no fit, then you have to decide to cull it, or you just let it autopilot and then let it die naturally. But you still have to like support it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Launch, product market fit, go all in. If not, either kill it or autopilot it. Yeah.
Are you doing things like looking at TAM before even starting building, doing any research, or are you like, you know what, this is a cool idea, let me get an MVP together and launch it?
Most of the time we launch in pretty like mature spaces. I don't really look at TAM, but no, I don't really look at TAM. I just see if there's any competitors in the niche, and our tactic is bundling. It's like the Adobe approach. We just give everything under one subscription.
Cool.
For the same price, and because we're able to launch software quicker than them, right? Because my co-founder is like cracked out of his mind. So what we do is we just keep bundling services until they have to go with us. For example, local rank. Like, is our local rank tracker the fastest? No, it takes literally double the speed of another rank tracker. But we also have Google Business Profile, posts, review boosting, citation building. We have a lead source. We have like an audit. Everything is like, it's just all in one. I think the only thing, most people use it for the citations, but like local rank tracking is just, we give it away for free. It's like just a bonus. So people choose to use us. We're not like the best product in any category, but we're just like the only one that's like good enough.
How did you get so deep? I'm personally interested in this. How did you get, and you've talked about this before, but I'd like to hear you explain it. Like, how did you get so deep into SEO? Like, because you were doing different things 10 years ago. So so how did you get so deep into search engine optimization?
Yeah, probably my time at Black Hat World probably resulted in that. So I found drop shipping and SEO at the same time via Black Hat World. I found success in drop shipping first, then went back to SEO. I was like, all right, I have like a bit of money from drop shipping. What should I do with this? I was like, I can invest this into niche sites, and then how do you optimize niche sites? Yeah. So I had to figure it out. And I think the most important way to figure out any algorithm, not just SEO, is you'll hear a lot of people give you the sauce, right? Like they're like, oh yeah, you just have to do so like these 10 steps, but you have to always validate it. You can't just like assume that what people are telling you is the truth. So what I've done over the years is if there's like, let's say a guru on X, and then they give you a tactic, you test it out across, I don't know, 10 different sites, and it doesn't work in any of those. Dude, this guy does not know what he's talking about. He's probably just rehashing other people's sauce, and it's probably outdated. And you can write off everything what this guy says in the future.
Is there a tactic like that comes to mind that you tried and you're like, yeah, this was BS?
Oh, there's tons. There's tons. People who say like PBNs don't work. Like I automatically just write off anything they say in the future. Anything. For you to say PBNs don't work, like you're insane. Like will you get clapped in the future? Maybe. But for you to make that like sweeping statement, you're insane for that.
Do people really say that PBNs don't work?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a ton of people say that.
Yeah.
Or like people who say, for local SEO, citations don't do anything. Like,
I've seen people say that too.
Yeah. Like stuff like that. Then and they're like well known in their space. They will be like, oh yeah, I'm a big SEO, but citations don't do anything. No way. Like anything they say ever is just automatically written off. That's why I'm like very careful with what I say. So if people want to try to quote me, I always say like, at this very moment, this thing works right now. Yeah. So that's how I figure out like how you filter out a lot of BS online nowadays. So yeah.
What are SEO basics that you think everybody should know? And by the way, that's another question from David Quaid. I like that question. Just like SEO basics that anybody who wants to get into this industry should know.
SEO basics. I think the basics, stupid basics, is like if you have a target keyword, you just search it on Google, see what's ranking, and then just imitate a combination of all the pages on the front page of Google for that respective keyword. So for example, if they mention for the keyword best VPN, if they mention best VPN in the title, you should mention best VPN in the title as well, stuff like that. So you're just trying to imitate what's already out there and then either make it better or just combine everything together using AI. It's stupid easy. That's what all the AI tools do.
This is the last question from David because he gave me a bunch. Do you think
that's cool?
Do you think SEO is still open for others to enter, or do you think it's a closing market? Is it easier than say TikTok?
Depends on the industry, right?
Yeah.
So it's very industry dependent. Can you do like if I'm in the casino space, TikTok's out of the question, right?
Yep.
If I'm in the cannabis space, TikTok's out of the question. So it really niche dependent. Any adult niche is you can only do SEO, right? And you realize that in a lot of these restricted niches, AI mode doesn't even trigger. It's smooth sailing for these SEOs, right? They're unaffected because Google's too scared to run AI mode on these like either health niches, gambling niches, adult niches. They just don't even run it. It's 10 blue links, 0 ads on some of these keywords. So if you're entering these niches, I think you're fine.
How about like something like SaaS? Two things. One would be SaaS. No, 3 things. 1 is SaaS. 3 is like standard e-commerce, or 2 is standard e-commerce. And then 3 is like a niche publisher.
Okay. SaaS, SEO 100% wouldn't do. No point. Wouldn't do. Like the most I'll do is like probably use it as use Reddit Parasite. That counts as SEO, I guess. I'll have a couple best local SEO software. You know, if I'm for local rank, I'll have best local rank tracker key articles, like a bunch of listicles that target my head keywords. But outside of that, I'm not writing a bunch of SEO articles on local SEO for local rank. I think that's not part of the 80-20. Like ads would be up there for SaaS. I think that there's a huge unlock there. Second one, you said ecom, right?
Yeah.
Ecom, SEO, 100% you do. How much do you do? I think budget split wise, it would still be paid ads first. Paid ads first, and then SEO like as a supplementary budget allocated. Yeah, I would not. It would not be a primary focus of mine. The last one, niche publisher. What's an example of a niche publisher?
Like an affiliate niche site.
Affiliate niche
Like
site,
a house, I don't know if you've heard of HouseFresh, the air purifier review. Yeah, so like a HouseFresh.
They got rocked, right?
They got rocked, but what's crazy is now they're up 4 times their all-time high before the HCU. They got hit by the HCU. They were at 50K organic visits a month. That was in 2023. They got super rocked. Yeah. They went down to 1,000 visits a month from organic search. Now they are at like 200,000 visits a month from organic search.
Yeah, I see it. That's crazy. That is 100%. Do you think Google's natural algo will do that, or do you think it's like
no? I know what it is.
Someone at Google.
I know what it is. It's one they got like in the HCU box, so they got that tag.
Yeah,
and you can see it. You see the traffic. You see these diagonal lines. They go down. They stay at 1,000 for a few months. They get the same exact diagonal line. They go up to the same level that they were, and then they hover there for a little bit. But like they actually did really good marketing. I think they have a YouTube channel. They were on somebody else's big YouTube channel. They're getting branded searches. They're doing like great all around marketing. And then I believe that it's a combination of they got out of the HCU box. Google basically made a correction, but then they also did really good marketing that got them to 4x where they were before the HCU. That's my personal belief. So it's a combination.
Yeah. I actually think Google might be putting their thumb on the scale on this one, because this one was so widely.
It was
like it was super public,
yeah,
right?
Super public.
And then people were like, "This content is great. Why are they getting penalized?" Because for every HouseFresh site, how many sites at that caliber are still in the gutter right now? I would say 99%, right, of the sites are still destroyed. I have several sites where I know for a fact it's like the creators writing the articles themselves. They have never recovered. They're like topical experts. Do they do good marketing? Yes. Do they keep at it for the last 2 years while their site was in the gutter?
They did.
Also,
yeah,
yes.
they kept at it.
Yeah.
They got on like some huge YouTube. They were collaborated with like big creators who had millions of subscribers.
Yeah. I think that's great. But I have personal friends who have millions of subscribers on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Like millions.
Yeah.
In their respective niches. Their site is currently in the gutter right now. I don't know how. It's like they had some sort of classifier on their site, and I'm like, you probably have to wait this one out.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised HouseFresh made such a comeback. That's a YouTuber for sure. I'm probably talk about that.
Oh
today.
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I made it. There's a lot of content on it. I mean, there's honestly like a fierce debate around it. Like an actual it's interesting to research.
Yeah. But to answer your question, I think traditional
by the way,
I would not touch.
And I'm going to ask you when we finish recording and you research it yourself. I'm curious what your opinion will be on HouseFresh. Too when you look into it, do you think it's going to be entirely Google just put their thumb on the scale and said, "Whoops, let's 4x them from their previous all-time high," or if you think it was like, because I mean, you can see them get out of the box. You literally can see them get out of the box, but then it's not like they get out of the box and then they keep going up. They get out of the box and then they still stay at like not that many visits each month for it's a long time. and it was only recent that they 4x'd.
Yeah.
It is a hockey stick.
Yeah,
So
it's super recent.
so what led to that?
Yikes! Yeah, it's a rough one. I have to dig into this. I can't speak for certain just yet, but I'm looking at the sites that, yeah, they're still in the gutter.
Yeah.
It's rough. Like some of the sites that I know, like there's creators behind it. They're handwriting everything. They have like a full editing team, like millions. So, yeah, I think this might be them keeping at it, but also, if I had to bet on it, it's like Google putting their thumb on the scale, 100%.
Do you know
if I had to bet on it.
Do you know Lars Lofgren?
Think so? He has me blocked on X, I think.
No,
Lars.
really? He's come on this show 2 or 3 times, and he's written a lot
No,
about.
he's great. I like his content, actually.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
no, he blocked you.
No, no, I don't. Oh yeah, I am blocked. I'm blocked. I'm
What?
lucky, but it's all right.
He's no, yeah,
It's okay.
He's I just asked because he's spoken a lot about the HCU. He got hit by the HCU. He shared that he got hit by the HCU. Yeah, and that's why I thought maybe you guys knew each other, but I guess
No, we don't. I think he probably just dunked on one of my services. I rub SEOs the wrong way. It is just how it is. Because yeah, I'm very vocal about, if I see a tweet about someone posting a tactic that 100% I know for a fact does not work, I will say it. Like that's a no-go for me.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about that. Because then, if you're lying about that, what else are you lying about, right?
Oh,
Then
sure.
Anything this guy says is just invalidating.
David Quaid and I, we talked about that yesterday. We were like, why is this space so tribal? It's so tribal.
Yeah. But actually, Lars never posted anything like that. So I don't know why. Probably because I just take
Maybe I'll be able to arrange an episode between you and Lars. He might say yes.
I'm down.
That would be
I'm down.
that would be fun. All right, I actually have. Do you know? Have you seen Gagan Gotra's posts? He's like one of my favorite SEOs. I don't know if you know the name. I don't know if you follow him, but he's awesome. He's come on the show 3 times, and he gave me a bunch of questions, which were so he actually wanted me to ask questions about the Disney site link that is going viral, which is like I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like they got it indexed, right?
So it was.
They got like a spicy site link index.
Yeah. So basically, there are all these there are all these backlinks going to My Disney Plus, and the anchor text was buy Black Hat SEO packages, and so this shows as a site link. And so Gagan wanted me to ask you what do you think of that? What do you think is actually happening here?
Oh, I mean, this is one of those tactics where people in the Black Hat space get parameters indexed, right? Like search parameters on a site. So what you can do is typically, if you notice a certain site doesn't have parameters, like no indexed, or if they don't have the robots set up correctly, then you're able to index search parameters, which means if you go on a site, you search something, that search result page is able to be indexed, and you can force index that using indexing tools. And you send links to that, you can get it even more prominent as a site link in this case. This is a super common practice.
But
So
you're
what
saying
people
that's
have done in the
unrelated
past-
to the anchor text, or the anchor text is part of it, and that's why it's actually
It's part of it.
Yeah,
It's
and
part
that's
of it.
why it's
Yeah.
ranking. Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's ranking.
That makes sense.
And this is a super common technique in the Black Hat space. So you're probably wondering, hey, how do people even make money on this? It's like a 0-click thing. So like you would, instead of buy Black Hat SEO packages, it would be like, I don't know, buy OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/username. It would just have your username instead, or a phone number where people are selling like drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Call this phone number or text this phone number to get your drugs, stuff like that. This is super common. It's probably someone at Disney just slipped up because it's a newer site like Disney Plus. They didn't have it, no index. So it's an easy fix. I'm sure it's
It's
fixed
actually
already.
fixed already. Yeah, I looked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
do you have an overall opinion on like negative SEO attacks, especially using backlinks? How easy they are to do, how easy they are to fix? When should site owners actually think about doing a disavow?
Okay. Disavow only if you know that there's a penalty and there's like a negative SEO attack on you. Does it work? Yes. Do I do it? No. I think it's your time is better off spent elsewhere. Yes, you can ramp up your GSA if someone pisses you off online, but it's not something I do. I think people who I've been approached several times in the past asking to do negative SEO on other people, I just don't do it. It's just I think that's where I draw my line. I think.
Really?
But if I had to do it, what would I do?
Oh,
I
shoot.
would 100% just build links as if you're trying to like churn and burn it. Meaning, you're trying to pretend like this is your site. You want it ranked for a week or two max. Meaning, I would go heavy on the exact match anchors. For example, if I have a site of like a blog post that I'm trying to rank for best VP in Canada, that's like I'm going to build 100 PBNs to that page with exact match anchors, best VP in Canada 100 times. It'll probably go up and then it'll like go straight down afterwards. That's how you can expect it to move. And that's what I would do.
That's what I said. I said it's the exact match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what does it.
Yeah. Because you know that works because it works if you're trying to rank for the short term, but long term it gets hit. So knowing that, you just do that, but for your competitor.
I have a cool question. What successes have you seen influencing AI? ChatGPT, overviews AI mode, Claude.
Okay. As of right now, ChatGPT doesn't openly cite Reddit, right? They removed that a couple weeks ago. However, there's some reports and rumblings that ChatGPT is still using Reddit as
I didn't
a
realize
source
actually.
of info.
I didn't realize it was completely removed. I thought it just had difficulty crawling past page 1 because of the removal of the num equals 100 parameter.
No, it's
I know
it's
like
not being cited
the
at all.
prompt watch report said, but it said it was like at 1% or 2%. It's really not cited at all.
Yeah, it's not cited at all for our new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, we have something similar to Palm Watch on trackings. Let me see right now. Top cited is Wikipedia right now for ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's they're not crawling that as much. But let's just take a look. Gemini is YouTube, for example. Claude is Yelp for I guess it's like because of local businesses, and Perplexity is YouTube. So you just get on those. I like to see what's being cited, try to replicate those citations, and then that's probably the most effective way of getting cited on ChatGPT.
Do you have a strategy?
Oh,
for
sorry. One last thing, because
yeah, please.
you know how Reddit Wikipedia is being cited heavily on ChatGPT. So using that knowledge, what you can do is you can write, let's say, if I'm trying to be cited for best local SEO software, and I see that Wikipedia is being cited, what I would do is I would try to get a Wikipedia page, right, for local rank, for example. And in that Wikipedia page, I would have multiple citations that lists local rank as #1 local SEO software. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like it's like multiple listicles on PR sites, and then if you're listed #1 consistently, I think ChatGPT will probably list you there too, because it's reading that page, probably following a couple of links, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is the consensus, and then yeah.
So so Wikipedia backlinks, even though there are no follows, they're still valuable.
Yeah, because it's the context that ChatGPT is using right now. So
How about
any context on that page.
How about a Wikipedia backlink, but it doesn't really get any clicks? And the page, it's like a page that barely gets any visits.
I think it's because it's still being cited, it's still being like, it's still heavily crawled. So it's so obvious that ChatGPT and Wikipedia has some sort of data stream between each other now. It's like, so it's exactly the same as like Reddit and Google getting in bed with each other, you know, because it's so obvious that
Yeah.
they have like a direct data stream. They're training each other's models.
How are you getting articles in Wikipedia?
Swapped, easy. You just pay someone. It's done. But you can also just get a bunch of press, and then you're prominent enough to be in Wikipedia, stuff like that.
How do you get a bunch of press?
Digital PR. Do something that's press worthy, or just pay off reporters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty easy. Yeah. So I was able to get into Wikipedia because you remember when I got hit by that Google algo like wipeout in the Google Search Console. People, I got mentioned in several articles that day. So I had to use that somehow, you know. So thank God I was prominent enough.
Walk me through that. For you wanted to get in Wikipedia. So that's happening. You're basically going like, let's say we could say viral. And so then, like, who do you approach? What do you do?
I just kind of approached a long-standing editor. I didn't have to pay them. I was like, hey, is this something?
Was this someone who you actually knew, or did you just cold email somebody?
I didn't cold email. I just tried to create my own page, following like their own. Because I tried to create it in the past, and I wasn't prominent enough in the past. But then after getting hit, I had enough press that I was prominent enough. So pretty much, you just need a lot of press about yourself.
I could, because I 10 years ago I tried to create one for myself, couldn't do it, wasn't prominent enough. Now I think I am prominent enough, so now I could do it, I guess, if I wanted to.
Yeah. You just need a lot of like non-paid press sources. You just have to do a bunch of stuff that's like controversial, I guess. And then you're good enough.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on ChatGPT Atlas? You made a video about this, and it had a crazy, crazy headline.
Yeah.
You're like, this is going to change.
This
is going to change everything. The normies don't realize how big this is.
Yeah. I use it every day. So because we run a lot of ads, right? We run a lot of ads. So our landing pages need to be tweaked. And I just use Atlas to like give suggestions. Like, hey, I want to test a different headline. Can you suggest a different headline? Can you suggest a different button design? Stuff like that. It's like the best A/B test suggester, you know?
Really?
Because it's able to read, and it has all your context. I don't know if you use ChatGPT on a daily basis, but I use
ChatGPT on a daily basis. I'm always disappointed. I'm very often disappointed with ChatGPT, but I do still continue to use it on a daily basis.
Yeah. I'm not as picky as most people. I'm that guy who's like, all right, good enough.
Yeah.
And then we just test it.
Yeah.
Because, if you run ads, I think you'll get it.
It makes perfect sense what you described. Actually, you're the second person, because I asked on Threads and I asked on X, like, how do you think ChatGPT Atlas will actually change SEO? And most people said it won't. But there was one person who said, he's like, I'm using it to write alt text and I'm using it for CRO. And that's what you're saying.
Yeah, CRO is crazy. It knows all the best practices ever. So it's like, how do I don't like this, the way this looks here. So this is why our site, while our businesses, while it's not like the best user experience, it's like pretty tight on, and we've never hired like a designer before. It's just me and my co-founder, and we're just going through it with each page with AI. It's like, how can we better the user experience here, so on and so forth.
I actually wanted to ask you, I love conversion rate optimization. I had on this guy, Matthew Stafford, who I don't know if you've heard of, but he's amazing. He has like 300 stores that he consults for conversion rate optimization. So he sees everything. And he gave me just direct advice that after that episode, like it like 20x revenue, like just the things that he said on that episode. So conversion rate, like, and his pitch to me to come on the show was most sites actually get enough traffic. They just don't know how to actually turn that traffic into customers. And so I love conversion rate optimization. And my question for you is, since you've had such a long career with digital marketing, you have probably experimented with so many different things. You've probably done so many different A/B tests. You probably have such a strong intuition now for what will work and what will not work. So like, my questions are, what are things with landing pages that people absolutely should not be doing, and then things that like you will do for all of your businesses?
Okay. Call to action above the fold, 100%. No carousel above the fold. VSL on the landing page. So always have a video. People always click the video. And people who watch the video to completion have like, I think it was like a 10x higher conversion rate. So you're probably thinking, oh, Jacky, I put a video on my landing page. I only got 100 views though, out of like 10,000 people who visited. But of those 100 who watch your video, that conversion is probably super high. And it probably outweighs the number of people who converted without watching.
And you're doing VSLs on SEO landing pages as well.
Not SEO landing pages.
Oh, okay.
SEO landing pages. What do you mean? It's sites pages you want to rank?
Yeah, pages that you are optimizing for a specific non-branded keyword.
For SaaS, right? I'm guessing this is for SaaS.
It could be.
Yes,
yeah, it would be mostly for SaaS. Yeah, it's for SaaS or for local. Local would work as well.
I've always thought, I don't know about you, but I always thought VSLs were like kind of scammy, so I never did it. But people love that. It's 100%, like I say it with 100% certainty that you should have a VSL on every page. That gets significant traffic. It's just such a good selling point.
And call to action above the fold is critical. That is personally what I've
100%. Like, yeah. I cannot believe that's not a thing right now.
You know what else? And you know what else? This is something that Matthew Stafford told me. He's like, you would be shocked the amount of people who think your hero is a false bottom. And so you have the little, you have like the hover thing that floats to tell you that you click on it and then it takes you down further on the page, because lots of people literally think the hero, the above the fold, that's all there is to the page. Lots of people actually
I think it's like 60% of people don't scroll.
Yeah, yeah. That's also why a strong VSL is so important.
Yeah, exactly. So I think of those. Oh, and if you're running paid ads, you need a dedicated landing page. Do not send it to your homepage. That's like the most common mistake. I cannot believe people still do that. So if you check my ad library on Local Rank, you'll notice that all our pages, our landing pages, are a replica of a page that exists on our site that's no indexed, that the only action you can take on those landing pages is either you convert or you bounce. That has to be, I think that's the easiest rule of thumb, is you can only take two actions once you land on our page. It's to leave or to convert.
Do you have a footer on those pages? And a heading navigation?
Oh, privacy.
Okay.
Privacy. Yeah, that's it. But no like menu footer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
So like all the legal mumbo jumbo, and then that's it.
That's it.
The only action you could take is, I guess, convert, leave, or read the terms and conditions, right. I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were
people still get that wrong, by the way?
What do you mean? What do you mean they still get it wrong? Oh, you mean they still like allow people?
They just send it to their homepage or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it takes 30 seconds to remove the menu and footer.
Yeah.
And then your conversion rate will go up by like, I think your buddy was right. You can 2-3x conversion rates just by removing it, I think.
Wow.
And it's like 2-3x is like a 1%
just
to a
2%. By removing the heading navigation and the navigation in the footer.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. 2-3x, yeah. But that's like,
and
it goes from like 1 to 2%.
You've experimented with that.
Mm-hmm. This is super common knowledge. Anyone who like runs ads would be like, yeah, that's, why wouldn't you do that? Yeah. And it's because most people are in SEO and they're like, oh, we need to stuff that page. It's got to be 2,000 words on that page. Yes, it helps, but it doesn't help with
or they're like, oh, we want them to click around the site. We want them to become repeat visitors. All sorts of other things.
Yeah. you can click around the site. It's just you can't leave this page. The best paid landing pages are the longest ones. Oh my goodness. Have you seen the info guys, like the
Yes.
coaching guys?
Yes.
Their landing pages? I've never seen, it's like, I think it was like 20,000 words
Wow.
or something like that. 20,000 words, 40 testimonials, VSL above the fold. Like if you can copy that for your paid ads, that'll work. Because that format works. They've spent millions of dollars perfecting that. You could just steal it, you know? That's
Yeah.
what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were some early mistakes that you made with conversion rate optimization?
Early mistakes is design does not equal better conversion rates. I always thought like, oh my God, we have to make this super freaking aesthetic. And then we get a designer, get that in, and then our conversion rates tank overnight because the better designed site doesn't always mean it's going to convert better.
Actually, I just did an episode on that because a lot of designers, they design for other designers, for not for the actual end user or the consumer or the visitor. They design to make things that look good for their designer friends. Exactly.
So like you'll have a design agency that'll convert worse than if you had just had a ClickFunnels site. You know, it's just how it is.
An early mistake.
But I'm like obsessed with something like I'm obsessed with more aesthetic landing pages. That's because that's just the reason for that is just because you're always online. So you're like, oh, this is so special.
Yeah. I think it's called Whisper, and that was going viral on X, like Whisper without the E at the end. And it has like this beautiful landing page. Someone shared it and it was going viral. And it is a beautiful landing page. But then I looked at that and I thought, I wonder how well this converts. Whereas also Icon was going viral in the indie hacking community, and the hero is stuffed with logos. It's so a lot of people would say that it's cluttered, but it gives everything that you would want to see in order to purchase. It gives that right there above the fold.
Yeah. Icon's a special case though. I think they can definitely get it better. They can definitely improve their landing page, but generate a lot of press. So I think they got what they're after.
Okay.
Yeah.
A mistake that I made was my language was too sophisticated, and I just like learned.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Man, dumbing down the language is like the biggest CRO game changer.
Yep. And then you always sell the action on the headline as well. Like sell the result.
Yeah, sell the result. Yeah, the transformation.
Sell the result. Always.
Yeah.
Always. And like your headline has to be like I think 6 words or something like that.
It's a classic.
Super short.
It's selling the results, selling the benefits, not the features. Is like the classic iPod example. It's like 1,000 songs in your pocket versus like whatever gigs of storage.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you doing anything? I think this is my last question. Are you doing anything, or like actually 2 questions. So what are you doing right now with AI writing? So not influencing AI, but actually using AI to write copy, to write SEO pages, to write blog posts, to write newsletters, to write on X and social media. Yeah. So what are you doing with AI and like automations that you tried and didn't work, and then automations that you tried and then you still use and that you love? Kind of a big question.
Yeah. So no, you're good. Blog posts, we use something called Koala for like listicles, like affiliate articles. We use Koala. For tweets or like posts on X, we have an in-house tool called Garen.ai. That one is what it does is after I create a YouTube video, it already has the context of like what you can do is like you paste in the link to your YouTube video, and then you link it to a previous X post that went viral, and you're like, I wanted to create something like this, and then it'll just automatically generate a tweet that's like based on new knowledge but similar format in the past, and it'll also create like, comment local rank if you want me to send you this free ebook, or send you the episode, and that works like a charm. Newsletter copy, I'm using ChatGPT. So because it has all the all my context, right? So
You have a project?
I don't know how sorry, yeah, in projects, yeah. So that's what I do with ChatGPT. So like each business is its own project, so it has all the context. And oh my goodness, I don't know if you're doing Black Friday, but I'm like planning out my Black Friday only using ChatGPT. And I'm like, I don't want to alienate my like loyal customers, but I also want to give discounts so like boost the revenue. And it gave so many great examples of like how to do it. It's
Like what?
fantastic.
Did you decide on something?
Yeah. Let me take up the Black Friday. So instead of we'll give a discount because most of our clients are underneath that pricing. But what we'll do is we'll give bonuses for existing users. So like extra credits, for example, for existing users. Like if it's 15% off on Black Friday, we'll give 30% more credits to our existing users. And extra, I don't know, bonuses like backlinks or so on and so forth. Yeah. This is I don't know if you'd ever do software or services Black Friday, but that is like the 3 biggest day of my year, of my whole year. It's like Black Friday. It's insane. People don't push it hard enough actually in the B2B space. It's like a consumer mentality. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Are you doing automations?
Automations. Yeah, but it's like a single line automation. It's not like a very complicated NAN. It's just like if this, then that,
Okay.
and then just a
So
series
just
of
like
connections.
basic Zapier things.
Yeah. Except I hate subscription, so I use Pabbly, and I'm a cheap fuck. So
Really?
I just try Pabbly instead.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because you can build anything you want in nowadays.
Yeah,
I just use Cursor and I hook it up to a webhook on Pabbly instead.
that's dope.
And it's good enough.
Yeah, Cursor's amazing.
Yeah. It's awesome. If anyone, like, I think if anyone's starting out, they're 18, I'm like, just get locked in on Cursor or Cloud Code and build something.
Yeah. Dude, you're awesome. You're great. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Dude, thanks for having me on, man.
This was and you're just so cool. I'm just like, you down? I screenshotted. Someone's like, get Jacky on the show. So I screenshotted it and I DM you. I'm like, you down? You're like, let's do it. And I'm yeah. Dude, I'm hyped to have you.
Hell yeah.
Where should everybody find your stuff? And I'll put all of your links, by the way, in the description for this episode.
Yeah. X, I guess, at Indexy or JackyChou.com is probably where all my links are if you guys want to follow me around.
And you have an awesome YouTube channel too.
Yeah, you and I both post every day, right? So
You post every day too.
It's a grind. Yeah.
How many?
I'm on episode, let me tell you, 678 today.
Yeah, really? Consecutive
Yeah.
days?
Yeah, I mean, I took my wedding off,
Okay.
like stuff like that.
Okay.
You know? I took like a couple days off here and there. I think maybe total in the last 2 years, total of like 10 days to 14 days off.
Did you have trouble taking the days off? Were you like worried that you were going to interrupt the momentum that you had built?
No, because outside of travels, which is like a flight, overnight flight, or my wedding, I think it's like not that many.
So dude, I'm
easy.
on 847 days in a row and I haven't missed a
Sick.
single day. And I'm not saying that to compete with you. I'm saying that
No,
because,
it's awesome, man.
because it's hard. It's really hard.
It's
People
so
don't
hard.
understand
It's
how
so
hard it is. It's crazy. Dude, I had 2 surgeries like 3.5 weeks ago. I had 2 surgeries,
Sick.
kept doing the podcast. I kept doing the podcast.
That's crazy. I
I had a huge
That's
bandage
insane.
on my face and I was making like, I made a video. I used Sora to have like me asking Sam Altman, how does ChatGPT get its results? And I make this video. It gets, I think, across platforms like 2 or 3 million views. And the hook of the video is me with this giant bandage on my face, which is a real bandage from the surgery. And
That's crazy.
yeah, it's like if I get sick, I make the podcast. When I have headaches, I make the podcast. When everything in my life is going wrong, I make the podcast. And it's
Yeah, I think 100% of people out there, if they're just like consistent enough, they'll like you're guaranteed to make money online. You're telling me anyone who does 100, not even like 300 episodes, if you post every day for 100 days, it'll 100% change your life. It doesn't even
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
like what,
Well, dude,
what industry you're in.
I've done for my social videos, like you said, you saw me on like IG or TikTok. That's maybe like 1,200 or 1,300 or 1,400 days. I started November 1st, 2022 for social. Haven't missed a day on social. And it's crazy. Like as crazy as things are with the podcast, and things are crazy with the podcast, things are just as crazy, if not crazier, with like IG and TikTok. And
That's crazy. So it's like a separate format, right?
yeah,
You're not just cutting it up.
No, separate format.
That's crazy.
Complete separate.
That's crazy.
But the thing is, I mean, look, you use Descript like I do, so it's like some days I feel really lazy. Like actually today I felt really lazy. I was in a cafe. I got pancakes and bacon. I had an Americano. And I literally, in 15 minutes, I made a video about Rand Fishkin's new MarTech tool. He launched, it's actually a really cool tool. It's called Alert Mouse, and it's free, and it's better than Google Alerts. And it shows where your brand is mentioned across the internet. So you can do like social listening, or you can just see where you're getting mentions. And so Rand Fishkin, he puts up this video on LinkedIn announcing the tool, showing how it works. I use it for my own brand. I'm like, that's really cool. I just, with my phone, like we talked about before recording, I just like talk about his tool. I upload the video is like 5 minutes long, put it into Descript, remove all the gaps between words, just like make sure the transcript reads perfectly, add my captions layer, which is pre-formatted. The video is like 30 seconds, and I made it in 15 minutes, whole thing. It got it up on socials, and that whole process took 15 minutes. So what I'm trying to say is on days where I'm feeling lazy, making social media videos is pretty easy. But the podcast, like I just got a new full-time editor for the podcast. I had 400 applicants. It was so insane.
Yikes.
Yeah. Man. And over the next year, I'm going to scale up the team a lot for the podcast. For everything, I'm going to scale up the team a lot for everything. But yeah, I do. Well, credit to you, because you're just as consistent as I am. So
yeah, but mine, yours is way higher, like production quality. I think mine,
is it?
I'm like known for the super low effort, off the cuff type thing. That's why my success hasn't been great on socials. It's just on YouTube.
Well, I think. Wait, so what has your success been like on like IG and TikTok?
Sorry, someone just called me. IG and TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok is low. IG is also low. So it's like in the thousands. Yeah, it doesn't.
Honestly, that one's just about consistency.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have like a consumer facing one, like a foodie one that does pretty well.
Really?
But yeah. It's like, but I think I can crack it. I just don't want to really think about it. But
there's a lot of
yeah.
Dude, thanks again for being here, everybody. This is episode 8. By the way, stick around after, because your video has to upload. That's how Squadcast works.
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, for everybody watching and listening, this is episode 847 of The Edward Show. This is my daily digital marketing podcast, 847 days in a row doing this crazy thing. And I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye now.